Beautiful.
Wait, come here, one more.
What if a simple 5-year-old girl could touch the heart of one of the most powerful men in the world? Emily Valentina, a girl with Down syndrome, won the hearts of thousands with her love for her country and her contagious smile. Her video singing the national anthem went viral and reached President Donald Trump, who decided to invite her for an unforgettable meeting at the White House. What happened during this encounter went beyond expectations. A touching conversation about life, hope, and the true meaning of strength. Get ready for a story that will move you and make you reflect on the power of innocence and faith.
Oh, she's such a big girl.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1, big smile.
Little Emily Valentina was only 5 years old, but her smile lit up every place she went. Born with Down syndrome, she was always seen as a beacon of hope by those who knew her. Her mother, Sarah, often said that Emily had a special gift, seeing the world through the eyes of the heart. Emily's story began to spread when a video of her, holding a small American flag and singing the national anthem with an inexplicable sweetness, went viral on the internet. Thousands of people were touched by the purity and joy of this little girl who, despite her young age, radiated love and pride for her country. The video reached many people, including someone no one expected, the then President of the United States, Donald Trump. Upon watching the video, Trump was moved by Emily's spontaneity and patriotic spirit. He immediately asked his team to locate the family and invite them for a special visit to the White House. When Sarah received the call, she couldn't hold back her tears. It was unbelievable. Her daughter, this little warrior who had already overcome so many challenges, would now have the chance to meet the president. On that unforgettable day, Emily wore a delicate blue dress and carried her inseparable American flag. As soon as she entered the Oval Office, her eyes lit up upon seeing the man she had seen so many times on television. Without hesitation, she ran toward him with her little hurried steps and opened her arms for a spontaneous hug. The president, surprised and emotional, knelt down and received her with a warm embrace. "Are you Emily?" he asked with a smile. She nodded excitedly and, holding her little flag tightly, looked into his eyes and said, "I like you a lot." The entire room filled with emotion. The girl's simplicity and tenderness disarmed any formality, and there stood one of the most powerful leaders in the world, deeply moved by the innocence of a 5-year-old girl. The president took out a special gift for her, a small golden brooch with the presidential seal. He pinned it onto her dress and said, "You are a true patriot, Emily. Never lose that sparkle in your eyes." Emily, beaming, raised her flag and softly began to sing the national anthem. The advisors, family members, and even the security staff were moved by the scene. The president remained there, listening to every word, as everyone's eyes filled with tears. When Emily finished singing, Trump sat beside her on one of the Oval Office sofas and, holding her tiny hand, gently asked, "Emily, do you always smile like this? It seems like nothing ever brings you down." The girl tilted her head and answered in her sweet voice, "My mommy says I am strong. Sometimes it's hard, but I love life." The president nodded, visibly touched. "You are right. Life is a very precious gift. It's not always easy, but every day is worth it. And you, Emily, are proof of that." Emily swung her little legs and asked, "Do you also think life is beautiful?" Trump smiled and responded, "Yes, Emily. Life is precious. Every person has a purpose, a reason to be here. You, for example, have brought joy to so many people just by being who you are." Emily smiled and hugged her flag to her chest. "I love making people smile." The president chuckled softly and looked at Sarah, who had tears in her eyes. Then he turned back to Emily and said, "Keep doing that. The world needs more people like you." The little girl then looked around the room and, with the spontaneity of a child, asked, "Have you ever been sad?" The president sighed lightly before answering, "Yes, Emily. Sometimes people say bad things about me and it can be difficult." Emily furrowed her brow, deep in thought, then suddenly beamed with a wide smile. "When I feel sad, my mommy hugs me and tells me that God loves me very much. That makes me happy again." Trump smiled, clearly touched by her words. Your mom is right. And you know what, Emily? God loves you in a very special way, too. You are an inspiration to me today. Emily opened her arms for another hug and said, Then can I give you a big hug to make you happy? The president laughed and embraced her tightly. This is one of the best hugs I've ever received. Sarah watched everything, holding back tears. Her little daughter, who had faced so many difficulties and prejudices, was now here, bringing hope and joy to one of the most powerful men in the world. Before saying goodbye, Emily looked up at Trump with bright eyes and asked, Do you promise never to forget me? The president held her little hands and sincerely replied, I will never forget you, Emily. And whenever I need a reason to smile, I will remember this day and your hug. Emily smiled and waved excitedly as she walked back to her mother. As they left the White House, Sarah held her daughter's tiny hand and, looking at her with pride, whispered, You changed his day, my princess. This is a reflection on hope. Many people face enormous challenges in life. Some struggle with illnesses, others go through difficult times of rejection, pain, and sadness. But there is something that sets those who move forward apart. Hope. Emily teaches us that even in the face of difficulties, we can choose to see life with gratitude and joy. Small gestures like a smile, a hug, or a kind word can change someone's day. May we remember this story and carry this lesson with us. Every life has a purpose, every moment matters, and above all, there is always a reason to believe in tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, leave a like, share it with someone who needs a message of hope, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories. Don't forget to comment below. What did you think of this emotional encounter?